Good morning, students. I, Purnima, welcome you all to my class of English, and I am going to teach you a new poem today. In fact, we are going to revise a new poem today, that is The Road Not Taken, and the poet is Robert Frost. Okay, so The Road Not Taken by the poet Robert Frost. Now children, first of all I would like to tell you something about the poet Robert Frost. He was an American poet and he was born in San Francisco. This place is in America. And Robert Frost, he was born in 1874 and he died in 1963. He spent most of his adult life in rural New England. His poetry is identified with the region. Now children, he had a tough time earlier. He was wanted to become a good poet, but his poetry was not read by many persons. So he had a very tough time. His poetry is identified with the region later on. Unlike his contemporaries, Frost chose not to experiment with new verse form but to employ traditional pattern. Now children, his other friends, though they were also the great poet, contemporary poet, they were doing the new experiments with the text and the poem, but Frost chose not to experiment with new words forms but to employ traditional patterns. So he had taken his traditional pattern. He chose the old-fashioned way to be new. So he had written his poetry in the old fashion. Despite the surface cheerfulness and descriptive accuracy of his poem, he often presented dark, sober vision of his life. Now children, he has also told the reality of the life. Sometimes he presented dark, sober vision of life. And there is a decidedly thoughtful quality to his work. At first, his poetry was not recognized, but later on it was recognized by the world, by the many people of the world. At the center of most of his poem lies an antithesis, contrast, that is, contrast between fact and fancy, reality and imagination, pleasure and purpose, nature and civilization, country and city. Instead of imposing arbitrary resolution, he gives a fair chance to each side for reconciliation. Finally, the resolution emerges from his dramatization of such resolution as it happens in The Road Not Taken. Some of Frost's best known poems are Mending Wall and Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. So children, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening is also a very famous poet of the Frost, and the last line of the poem has become very famous. This line, children, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Written by Robert Frost. Till this line of stopping by woods on a snowy evening has become very famous. Okay, see the contrast, children. Okay, so he's wanted to say here that before taking rest, he had to do his duty as well as he has to travel a lot. That means before taking rest, before sleeping, he had to finish all his duty, all his work, and at the same time you had to travel a lot. So children, this line, this poem is liked by many people. The name of the poem is Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. So just this is all about the poet. Now children, I would like to tell you about the theme of the poem. Okay, now we will discuss about the theme of the poem. So what is the theme of this poem that I would like to share with you all. So the main theme of the poem, the road not taken, is children, that it's very difficult to take a decision. Children, first point, it is very difficult to take decisions, okay, and we should not regret after taking decisions. Okay, children. So the whole theme is based with this, based with here with this two line. That children, in our life, it is very difficult to take the decision, and children, when we take the decision, okay, we should not repent it. Whatever decision you have taken, good or bad, first of all, it is very not a simple job to take a decision. We have to think a lot before we take any decision in our life. And suppose if we have taken a wrong decision, suppose, okay, so we should not regret after taking the decision. We should not regret after taking the decision. We should feel happy. This is the theme of the poem, and this has been described in the road not taken. So the road not taken deals with the dilemmas that a man faces in life. What is the meaning of dilemmas? Dilemmas means children, to not able to decide, to think again and again. Okay, so the road not taken deals with the dilemma that a man faces in life. Children, sometimes we stand at such a point, that it is very difficult to take the decision. Okay, we children think of the circumstances, we think of the situation, sometimes difficult, sometimes easy, and then also we are not able to take the decision whether we should, that the decision which will be taken, it would harm us or it will hamper the whole family. Okay, whatever it is okay, or it will destroy the career, especially for the student children. They are not able to decide at which career they should choose. All right, they should choose the career according to the father's wish, or according to the percentage which they are having, or according to the wish which according to the goal which they really have in their life. So that's what the poet Robert Frost has told here. He had told that it is very difficult to take a decision in one's life, and we should not regret it. The road not taken deals with the dilemma that a man faces in life. The two roads serves as a metaphor for the choice we make in life. Life throws many alternatives. That means, children, we are having a lot of choices in life, in our life, but it is very difficult to choose. Okay. The choice we make has far-reaching consequences. So the choice which we make has far-reaching consequences. The impact that our choice will make on our life can also not be foreseen. Hence, our decision should not be a shot in the dark. We may take a unique path and succeed, or a common one and fail. Failure is a stepping stone to success. So failure is a stepping stone to success. Therefore, do not hesitate to retract if you face situation that makes you unhappy. So children, at any case, suppose if we choose something due to which we are sad, we should not regret it. That's what poet is telling. Because if you will read the poem, if I will explain you the poem, you will see that he is standing at such point, okay, where two roads are. I will be telling you the poem, that he is standing at such poem where two roads are there, and it is very difficult for him that which road he should travel on, which road he should choose to go. And both the roads are equally tempting, both the red roads are equally same. Alright, so such situations are there in our life. Sometimes we have to face that which decision we should take. It's very difficult to take the decision, And according to the poet, this is the theme of the play or of the poem also, that if we have taken any decision, we should not regret over it. Okay, so this is the poem. I have discussed about the poet, I have discussed about the theme of the poem, and now I am going to tell you about the background of the poem. In the road not taken, Robert Frost make a fascinating use of two roads as a metaphor for life. So children, he is standing at such a juncture where he can see two roads is there in front of him, and he is not able to choose the roads which he had to travel. The two roads stand for the choices we make in life. Children, in fact, the two road is telling about he is comparing the two roads with the choices which we may have to make in our life, at which choice, which decision we should take. Frost combines rustic simplicity with hidden, indirect and implied meaning in the poem. Okay, so the narrator comes upon a fork in a path or road in the wood. So he is standing in front of a wood. Wood means a small forest, and there children he stand and he see two roads. Okay, so Frost is standing here. It is Robert Frost, and woods are there. That means forests are there. He is standing in a point where two roads are there, road A and road B. Both are equally same. Both the roads are same. Road A is also same and road B is also same. He is standing right in the center of the road. Okay, and he is not able to decide that which road he should choose. He should choose road A or road B. Alright. Now children, here road symbolizes the choices in our life. So that's why he said it is very difficult to have a decision. The narrator comes upon a fork. What is a fork? Fork is a division, as you can see. Fork into roads are divided. This is a fork, division in a path or roots in the wood. It is autumn and the leaves are turning color from green to yellow. Children, here the woods are yellow in color. Because why yellow in color is written here? Because it is autumn season and the leaves are turning its color from green to yellow or brown. He looks down on both paths as he is unsure which path he should take. Now children, he is standing here and he is looking at both the paths. Sometimes he is looking at this road, sometimes he is looking here at this road, and it is very difficult to choose a road. He is not able to decide that which road he should take. He would like to take both but cannot be. Now children, he wanted to travel on both the road. The thing is said, but he cannot travel on both the road. He can travel only on one road. So he looks down the path as far as he can see and then decide to take the grassy path. And children, he sees both the roads, okay, and he takes the grassy path, as it seems less worn or used than the other. Now he sees that both the roads, okay, they are less worn. That means both the roads, nobody has traveled to these roads, okay, but on further introspection the path appears the same. Now children, that day he is not able to decide. He is not able to decide at which road he should choose. He sees the road, both the road he sees, and finally what happens, children? He leaves that. He is not able to decide. He is not able to take the decision. So he leaves that decision for another day. Another day, the whole night he thinks he is not able to decide. Next day comes in the morning. Again he stands here in front of both the roads, and both the roads are looking tempting to him. They are looking same to him, and again he is not able to decide. He looks down the path as far as he can see and decide to take the grassy path and seem less born or used than the other. Then finally children, he takes a decision. He takes a decision. He children sees both the road, and what did he see? That some of the leaves are trampled. That means people have walked upon that road because the leaves are trampled over, trodden. The leaves are trampled. Okay, so he thought of traveling on that road where no people or less people has walked. So he is deciding to take that road. The fallen leaves on the path seem fresh and walked. Now children, how he know that nobody has walked that road? Because children, the leaves are still fresh and it is still, he can feel that till now nobody has walked on that road. The narrator reflects on how he plans to return someday in the future to take the road not taken. Now children, though he regrets for not taking this road, and then he plans for that he would one day he will come whenever he will have time in the future to take the road that he is not able to travel now, but suspect he probably would not be able to do so. But children, at the same time children, he is suspecting that whether he would have time to return back to the same road one day, because as he know it is not possible for a human being to travel the road. That means it is not possible for human being to children to choose the decision or to take the road again. Instead, he hopes in the future he would be able to share his experience and the choices he took that changed his life. Now children, then he wanted to say this thing to the people. He wanted to share his experience and the choices he took that changed his life for better or for worse. He did not know whether the decision which he has taken, it would make his life better or it would make his life worse. Now he is not going to repent, but at the same time children, he is thinking to travel on another road. Okay, but he is not able to decide whether he would get the time or not for traveling to the other road. So now children, we have done the background, I have explained you about the poet, I have explained you about the theme, I have explained you about the background of the poem. Now I am going to explain you the poem. So now children, now I am going to explain the first stanza of the poem. The first stanza of the poem is very important, and listen carefully. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry, I could not travel both. And be one traveller, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could. So children, here two roads are there, and two roads symbolizes the different choice in man's life. So children, let me tell you that I have already discussed with you that two roads are there in front of the poem, and he is standing at such a juncture. Juncture is a point. He is standing in such a point from where he could see the road from the beginning till end. Okay, from the beginning till end he can see both the road, but then also he is not able to decide that which road he should take. He is telling two roads diverged in a yellow wood. Diverged means to get separated from one another. So you can write the meaning of diverged. Diverged means to get separated from one another. To get separated from one another. Okay. So he is telling two roads symbolize the different choices in man's life, which when taken will make a difference in his life. So children, he is standing at one road, two roads diverged in a yellow wood. Yellow wood, children, what is the meaning of yellow wood? Yellow wood means the yellow wood symbolizes the autumn season, which is autumn season. The poet is referring to the middle age of life. So children, yellow wood means autumn season. Okay, so children, it is autumn season. That's why where the whole tree and the leaves are of yellow color, and they are not in green color. They turn to be yellow or brown color. So two roads diverge in a yellow wood. The season is autumn season. There are two roads are there where he is standing. I'm sorry, I could not travel both. He is telling, I am not able to travel both the road at the same time. And be one traveler. He is telling he could travel only on one road. So he can be only one traveler. He cannot travel on both the road. So he cannot be one traveler on both the road. Long I stood. Now children, he is standing for a long time and he is thinking and thinking and thinking that which road he should choose, which road he should walk upon. But still he is not able to decide. And looked down one as far as I could. Now children, he is looking till the first point of the road to the last point of the road. That means he is looking far behind the road and he is thinking that after seeing, after judging the road, he is still not able to decide that which road he should choose. Okay. So children, here the roads, what do roads symbolizes here? The road symbolizes here the different choice in man's life, which when taken will make a difference in his life. If you want, you can write it children. The two roads symbolizes here that different choices in man's life, which when taken will make a difference in his life, which when taken will make a difference in his life. Now, I told you the meaning of children, the meaning of the word diverge. Okay, he's standing where two roads are diverging. Okay, in a yellow wood, and where they are diverging, they are diverging in a yellow wood in the forest, which is of yellow color. That means the leaves in the forest, the tree leaves have turned into yellow color. And now children, why did he took a long time that why did the poet take a long time to decide which road to take? So children, he took a long time as he wanted to be sure of his choice, so there is no regret in the future. Now children, why he took so much time? He took so much time because he did not wanted to have a regret in his life. Afterward, he did not want to have any regret about his choices in his life. What does yellow wood signifies? Now I told you yellow woods literally mean the forest is covered with the yellow leaves as it is a autumn season. However, metamorphically it means a season of his life in which he made his decision. So children, metamorphically, that means in a metaphorical way, it means the season of his life in which he made his decision. Okay, so he is choosing. Okay, so this is the first paragraph is over now. All right. So here, let me tell you once again the explanation of the poem. The speaker, that means the poem, informs his reader that there are two roads at the fork in the wood, and he is standing at such points, okay, where he can see both the roads from there till last, and both the roads are ending in the wood. He adds that the forest or wood is yellow because it is autumn, and at this time trees shed their leaves. By setting the poem in the wood in autumn, frost creates a sense of silence and a tone of melancholy, a gloomy state of mind. The speaker is showing regret for not being able to travel both the road at the same time. He stand at the crossroad for a long time to try and decide the path he should follow. and looked down one as far as I could to where it went to the undergrowth. So children, he is not able to decide which road he should choose. So what he is doing, he is looking down one as far as he could. Children, he is looking at the end of the both the road. As far his eyes can go at the back of the road, so he is looking at both the road. Okay, the speaker looked down one of the road as far his vision could reach. He could see only as far as the path took a bend at the thick undergrowth. At this point, let us think about the metamorphical meaning of the poem. Let us assume the road represents decision we make and the fog represent the choice we have in life and the undergrowth the uncertainties in life. The poet is at the crossroad of his life and not on an actual road. He could be trying to see further ahead into the future but is unable to, so he has to be cautious to his choice. So children, the first stanza is over. So here what does the poet do? He is standing at such a point where it is very difficult to make the choice. Now choices of life he means by through this road. He is telling that it is very difficult to make a choice in one's life. Okay. He is seeing the road, the season is autumn, both the road are looking equally tempting, both the roads are looking equally children important, and both the roads are looking good. So but then also he is not able to decide that which road he should choose, which road he should take. Now I am reading the second stanza. Then took the other, just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. So children, first I will be telling you some of the word meaning. Fair here means good, okay, and better claims means appear to be better. Fair here means good, and better claim means it appears to be better. Wanted wear has not been used and walked on frequently. Has not been used and walked on frequently. Okay, so first of again I am going to read the stanza and I am going to explain you. Then took the other just as fair. Just as fair means children, that road was welcoming and enticing at the first road, or just as right or good. So children, both the roads were looking equally good. The first road and the second road, both the roads were looking equally good. But writer has decided to choose the second road. That means the roads where very less people walked on that road because it was looking just as fair. That means it was looking welcoming and enticing as the first road, or just at right or good, and having perhaps the better claim. The expression means children that the other road was less walked upon or used less. The line mean children, the line here is the two roads here, and having perhaps the better claim. That means children, better claim, that means that road wanted that somebody should, it is claiming that somebody should walk on it. Okay, so he has choose the second road where very less traveler has walked till now, and he feels that the road wanted that somebody should walk on that road. The road here the expression means that the other road was less traveled or walk upon or use. So children, that road want that somebody should walk or travel on that road. Perhaps it was grassy and wanted wear. Okay, So what is the meaning of wanted wear? The meaning of wanted wear is, the expression means that the other road was less walked upon or used. So the poet did not take the road that was much walked on by traveler. Which road he has chosen? He had chosen the road which was less walked by the traveler. Okay, so children, here I have concluded. The time is there for concluding the video, and we have done both the first and second stanza. Okay, and then in my next video I will be concluding the other stanza. With this I end my video here. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.